What's up, guys? It is your boy. You already know who it be. It be the one, the only, the wise infinity, coming to you today with another video. And today we will be talking about the admirals. Why? Why the admirals are, in quotation marks, frauds. I don't believe in them. Why? Because they owe me money. No, but seriously, I don't understand this, wanting to protect the admiral's dignity and all this shit. Guys, it is 2024. This anime has been going on for 25 plus years. And you're telling me all the admirals have no admiral has ever gone all out. We've seen admirals go all out just off screen. Akainu Aokiji. They fought for 10 days on an island. And what did they do? They permanently changed the island's atmosphere into being cold and magma-y. Nice. Cool. Woo! Wow. Oh my goodness. So you're telling me they can't fight and marry Joa all out? Well, even though they were infighting and they were being stupid. You're telling me they can't fight Marineford all out when Whitebeard's there that could potentially destroy the entire fucking island multiple times over? My guy was tilting the seas, had to fucking protect Ace and get, well, he technically had to get Ace. And he pretty much almost killed Ace in that moment, but he probably had complete control of his powers and junk. But that's besides the point. You're telling me Whitebeard's going all out. No, he's not. He's obviously sick. He's getting heart attacks. He's getting hit. He's slower. He can't use hockey. He's definitely not going all out. I've been seeing some of these people, One Piece talks, so just going to that live stream, they were doing from essentially a 1 to 100 scale, and they're scaling the admirals around like a 92, 93, 94 range around there. I'm like, why do you guys give Akainu so much credit? Like, yes, he has the most, in Oda's words, the highest attack potency devil fruit, but we haven't seen him do anything that's so amazing. Like, if he can stop Shanks, Whitebeard, or Blackbeard, I would have been like, alright. If he could stop anybody that's worth noting to, that's probably like a 90. If we're assuming an 100 is perfection, right? If I had to write this down myself on a notepad and say, okay, who's really who's perfect, right? I've been seeing a lot of arguments. I'll probably put a link to Blankface. Blankface made a really good video, or I forget who it was, but I'll put a link to a video of someone explaining why Mihawk is the strongest. This is not an agenda. It's just, it makes the most sense with how narratively everything is being portrayed. Even if you watch One Piece Talk's latest live stream where they're scaling everybody, they say you're using Mihawk to scale Shanks. So doesn't that mean that you should put Mihawk higher than Shanks? Because Mihawk is being used to power scale Shanks? And vice versa? Like, you should put it vice versa. Mihawk by himself has the highest bounty. What is this bounty again? Let me see. Shanks. I'm gonna look at Shanks' bounty. Shanks' bounty. Let me see. Shanks has a 4 billion berry bounty, right? Mihawk bounty by himself, no crew, is what? 3.6 bill, I think? No. Impossible. Impossible. Where is this fucker? So let me see. Where are they? Buggy has a 3 billion berry bounty. Mihawk with no crew, 3.5 bill. And they note, the narrator even points out to the fact that his sword skills are better than Shanks. So the reason why I'm noting to the fact that this YouTube video, that you should watch it, is because it makes perfect sense. Why is hockey and sword skills such a different thing? Let's look at Zoro for an example. Zoro has Conqueror's Haki, Observation Haki, and Armament Haki. The only Haki we know that he probably doesn't have is Ryuo, the Advanced Armament Haki, right? And then on top of that, there's like the Advanced Conqueror's Haki that he's probably not using, right? Or maybe he is using it, right? But if we think Mihawk is weaker than Zoro right now, then okay, fine. Zoro's really strong, right? Like, Zoro's the strongest swordsman in the world, but he's probably not. Now, for those of you that might be saying, that I'm glazing Mihawk, think about it. The first fight we ever see against Mihawk versus Vista, or versus Zoro, I should say, Mihawk says, and I quote, "I'm not gonna go all out hunting a rabbit. I'm not one of those brutes to hunt someone with a cannon, or hunt a rabbit with a cannon." He says this, something along these lines, right? So he's not going full power against Zoro, 100%. We know this is true. We're talking about a guy who can cut ships in half like it's nothing. And he's just not gonna fucking just slice through Zoro? No, of course he decided not to kill Zoro. Same thing with Vista. So the reason why you should watch this video is because this guy makes a perfect point. While fighting Vista, Mihawk is praising Luffy. He's not even thinking about Vista. He praises him, "Oh, you're Vista, yada yada." Like, and that's it. And then he starts talking about how great Luffy is. And like, man, Luffy has this amazing power. Like, he's not trying all out. He's not going all out. We've seen Mihawk not go all out against against Zoro. He used a small sword. Like, he's chilling. He's just casually chilling. This slice was meant for Whitebeard. It wasn't meant for Jozu. Obviously, Jozu has better durability than Whitebeard at that time. This is a Whitebeard that can't even use Haki. So what are we even talking about here? Like, he can use Haki to grab Akainu, sure, but it's like, okay, a diamond on top of Haki. It's like, no, it's different kind of durability we're talking about here. He should be way more durable. If you think Squardo with Haki is stabbing Jozu, get the fuck out of this video. I don't want to even see you. I don't even want to see you. This is a caught off guard Whitebeard who gets stabbed by Squardo, with who potentially has Haki. If you're telling me if we replace that with Jozu and the same thing will happen, get the fuck out of here. That's not gonna happen. Obviously, it's a different kind of durability. It's diamond, for fuck's sake. It should be really fucking hard to slice through that. And I'm pretty sure Jozu was getting fucked up. I'm pretty sure he got fucked up. I'm pretty sure if he wanted to, he'd just slice right through him. He's just chilling. He has... It doesn't make any sense, a lot of the arguments people use for Mihawk, like, oh, why did he run away from when Shanks came? He didn't run away. He had no point in fighting him. He literally... It's funny because in that same video, right, Mihawk literally goes and sees Shanks in the beginning of the season. Like, in the first 30 episodes, we see Mihawk go see Shanks. And he's like, hey, I think this boy, you told me something about this boy before. He pulled up on his whole crew Single-handedly, nobody's there. And Shanks is like, oh, you came to throw hands. No, you're not as strong as you once were. Whatever, because you don't have a hand. You don't have an extra hand. He called him a has-been. He called him trash. Right? And Shanks just laughed it off. He didn't give a fuck. Right? So then there's other things too. If you look at the data book, he's looking for someone stronger than Shanks. So Zoro has to be stronger than Shanks, and he has to also be stronger than Mihawk to be the strongest in the world. Doesn't make any fucking sense. So all this Mihawk slander, it has to, like, I'm starting to just side with Mihawk is probably the strongest guy that we've seen. Most likely, he's probably the strongest swordsman we've ever seen, period. And then on top of that, the Goro say Gandhi has a black blade as well. So if I had to put it at who is at 100, the people by speculation who are probably at 100. Rocks, Emu, and Gold Roger. People closest to this 100 level who are like at perfection or near perfection or 99 you could put them at, it's these three people. Rocks being the captain of Kaido, Big Mom, and Whitebeard, and then all the greatest other pirates, Shiki the Gold Lion. It's too crazy. It's too much. And then on top of that, Gold Roger has to fight these people, and Emu is probably just this menace from like 800 years ago. And I have a theory about Emu that I'll probably make another video on why the devil fruits have the water weakness specifically. Then my 99 for sure is Mihawk. For sure, he is a 99. I would put it at, cause he's not gone all out. He has no scars. He's never been injured. We've never seen this guy ever feel like anyone is a threat to him. So he's not just gonna go out looking for Kaido and just whoop his ass. That doesn't make any sense. He's the strongest already. He doesn't deem anybody worthy enough. Do I think Kaido is stronger than him? No. Because if Zoro is able to cut him, if Oden is able to cut him, and these are guys with non-black blades, if Mihawk is supposed to be above them, then 100%. If you think Oden would have defeated Kaido back then, 1000% Mihawk is doing the same. And, mind you, he has the strong... Mihawk has the strongest sword in the fucking world. It's black. And he's the strongest swordsman in the world. And he's looking for somebody stronger than Shanks. He called him a has-been. He pulled up on his crew. He's not scared of Shanks. Like, what more do I need to say? He held back against Zoro. So most likely he's holding back against everyone he's ever fought. And his title is Mihawk Hawkeye's Dracule, or Dracule, Mihawk, Hawkeyes, however you want to fucking pronounce it. Japanese be mixing these fucking words left and right. But his title is Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes. If that doesn't fucking tell you that this fucker has the most scariest eyes ever, that you probably not going to beat this fucker in an observation hockey matchup, it's probably going to be fucked. Now, some of you might say, oh, that he doesn't want to fight Luffy or Shanks or Blackbeard. Not because he's scared, but because he wants to live in peace. He doesn't want to throw hands. He's a very, very reasonable person. He just doesn't like violence for violence sake. Shanks doesn't like violence for violence sake either. Mihawk definitely doesn't like violence. If he did, he would have just been going out throwing hands just to throw hands. When he fucking sliced Don Craig's ship, he just did it because he was fucking bored. He's never done anything to show that he is scared of anybody. He just said, I don't want to fight these guys. Why would I want to fight? Plus, he knows Zoro is on Luffy's crew. So, he already knows either one of two things is going to happen. If Mihawk sees the Straw Hats, Zoro, if Zoro sees Mihawk, he's gonna want to fight him. Luffy's not gonna want to fight him, obviously, because he knows that's for Zoro. And he'll probably lose. If anyone thinks Zoro right now is beating Mihawk, get the fuck out of this video. I don't want you here. I don't want you here because you're already gone. You think Fujitori's probably like an 100. Like, you probably think he's perfect. No. I probably don't even think... Honestly, I'd probably say Shiryu of the Rain is probably going to be... So the two biggest opponents, or the three biggest opponents Zoro could fight before Mihawk, this is what I think is genuinely going to happen. It's between Gorosei second or first, Gandhi, Shiryu of the Rain first and second, they're both tied. Fujitora has to be third. His next battle has to be Fujitora. His next big battle has to be Fujitora. If he does not fight Fujitora, then there's no... He's not a swordsman then. It does not make any sense for me to scale these admirals so fucking high. I think Shanks is probably a 98. I think Kaido is probably a 97. I think Big Mom is a 90. She's like a 96, 97. I'll give her 96. Luffy is a 96 right now. Either that or he's a 97. But he's in that or 97. That's me being very, very like lowbally. I could argue he's like Shanks level right now. But he's probably not. There's a level of hockey that we're seeing right now that Luffy still has to get to. And then on top of that, there's the true maximum power of his Devil Fruit that he probably still hasn't mastered. So Luffy still hasn't mastered his Devil Fruit, and he still hasn't mastered hockey all the way. So these two things are probably things that will give him those 4 extra points to make him a perfect 100% fighter. Blackbeard is right now for me, I put him at like a 94, 95. He has to show me more. A lot of people saying, oh, Blackbeard can counter Luffy's Devil Fruit. There's still hockey. Like, he still has to get through the hockey. Ace's hockey was shit, and he relied too much on his Devil Fruit. Luffy, on the other hand, fought Kaido in base. So, even if Luffy does fight Blackbeard, I think Luffy's going to win because of hockey. And I think it's going to be a good hockey bloom fight for Luffy. I think Luffy will just win this fight. I don't think Luffy's going to lose anymore. I think we're at the point where Luffy should not lose realistically to anybody. He has everything in his disposal. Unless he gets threatened in some way, shape, or form, it just doesn't make any sense. Dragon is up there. Dragon is like a 94, 95. You could probably give him the same ranking as Luffy. He's probably a Yonko level fighter, or he's... Do I think he's stronger than Zoro? Probably, most likely, yes. It's a little difficult. It's a little difficult. So, I'll put him at a 95 right now, Dragon. Now, where do I rank these admirals? Akainu, Aokiji, Green Bull, Fujitora, Kizaru. So, it's a little difficult because I don't think these guys should be able to I don't think he's beating Dragon. I think Akainu, at best, you can scale him to a 94. I think Dragon should be above him, though. Until proven otherwise, I think he should be above him. Aokiji, I'll give him a 93. Kizaru, I'll give him a 90. I think the difference is big. Because Kizaru doesn't outright want to like give it his best. I think Fuji is an 89, and then I'm only giving Akainu such a high rating because he defeated Aokiji, and he came out with like no like real injuries, Aokiji lost a leg. That's big. So he caught him slipping. Akainu definitely was faster than Aokiji. 100%. If I'm putting like Garp and Whitebeard in this list, by the way, I think Whitebeard is probably like a 98. If I had to like really rank it, Whitebeard's a 98. Whitebeard's a 98. I think Shiki's probably like a 97 or a 96. 97 or 96 around here. He did fight Garp. He fought a prime Garp and Sengoku by himself. That's fucking crazy. The strongest Marine ever probably is Garp right now, until proven otherwise. Garp can say he's a 95, I think. Garp 95. Sengoku probably a 95. Until proven otherwise. He's either a 95 or a 96, only because of Devil Fruit. But Garp is probably a 95. Sengoku's probably a 95. Akainu is a 94. Dragon is a 95. Blackbeard 94, 95. I think so. I do think Akainu could beat Blackbeard. I do think Blackbeard is stronger than Aokiji, though. Definitely think Blackbeard's beating Kizaru. If a Devil Fruit ability beat Kizaru, then I definitely think Blackbeard is up there then. I'll put some respect on Blackbeard's name. Green Bull, after what happened with him and Shanks, no diffing him essentially, I'm giving him an 88. He's getting an 88. If I had to really rank this. Rocks, Emu, and Gold Roger are all 100 or 99. Right now. If I'm being honest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So who do I think is the strongest out of all these people? Probably Emu, then Roger, then Rocks. So if I had to really like rank it, it'd probably look like this. So it's probably Roger 100 or 99, and then Rocks 100 or 99. So we have 14 people here. Number 15, probably Ben Beckman. Probably give him an 88. Honorable mention of Ben Beckman. Probably the strongest first commander so far. Next to Zoro, most likely. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We have 20 people. Let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So right now, this is my top 20 right now. Where do I put the Gorosei? One of them, I don't think... I think Luffy shits on a Gorosei, to be honest. If I had to rank it, they're probably like right here. Gorosei. In no particular order. They're like an 88 until proven otherwise. They could be Admiral level, and that could put them like at a 91. Actually, no, they should be a 91 because technically Kizaru's not like... I'll put Gorosei at a 91. Fuck it. I'll be generous. I'll give them a 91. They could probably be higher depending on which one we're talking about. Like Like the horse one is probably a 92. Like a 91 or 92 around there. Depending on which Gorosei. I don't think they're all equal to each other. That doesn't make any sense. How the fuck are 5 people as strong as each? No. Unless stated otherwise, nah. No. Rob Lucci is stronger than goddamn near everybody in CP0. Rob Lucci is the strongest CP0 agent. Strongest CP0 agent. Then I'd put like Zoro, or I'd put Law. I'd put Kid. Then I'd put like Zoro, Sanji. Then I'd do who else? Marco is probably like Yamato. Where would I put Yamato? Yamato is like kind of iffy because in theory she's better than Zoro and Sanji at fighting right now. She's probably even better than Kid. She probably beats Kid. She's probably even better than Law, to be honest. I'll put Yamato high. I'll put Yamato above Law, Kid, and Zoro and Sanji for now, until Zoro proves otherwise. But I'll say 87, and I'll give the rest of them like. I'll give 86, 86, and then I'll give them 85, 85. Yamato's probably higher because she fought Kaido longer. She held back Kaido. She's able to clash with Kaido. It wasn't like with Zoro. Zoro had all his bones broken, but granted, he tanked like 2 Yonko's like pretty much strongest combo attack. So at best you could argue Zoro probably beats Yamato, maybe, and then Zoro's probably like above both. Zoro and Sanji should be able to beat Yamato then, if that's the case. If you think Zoro is beating Yamato, then Sanji should also be able to beat Yamato. And that means Kid and Law should also be above Yamato as well. So there's that. It depends how you scale it, honestly. I'd probably say I want to say Law is stronger than Yamato. But I don't know, bro. I don't think Law has the I think if Law and Kid fought Kaido, I think it would be worse. I think it'd be bad. They didn't even really defeat Big Mom. They just made her fall. That's it. So that's like the biggest problem that I have. Like they didn't really defeat Big Mom. They just they made her fall. So it's like, do I think they can do that? Probably not. So yeah, Yamato is above. Yamato right now is above all of them right now. So I think that's what, 25? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's not even including Odin. And if I had to say where do I put Odin, 100% he's by where Shanks is. Or by where Kaido is. So I'd say Odin probably a 97 or 96. He's like right there. It's like a 97 or 96. If I'm being honest. Anyone else that I can think of that would be a problem. So to be honest, this is like a top 31 list because the Gorosei make up like 5 is like top 32. But yes, I would say this is like my current list right now, personal list. Emu should be the strongest right now. She's either perfection, literal perfection, or she's close to literal perfection. Roger's either in his prime, literal perfection, or perfection. Rocks, same thing. Mihawk, he's pretty much perfection. They're probably all 99s, to be honest. Whitebeard is a 98. I think Mihawk can probably outplay Whitebeard. Most likely in swordplay. In fighting, I think Mihawk will probably win. I don't think Whitebeard is gonna be able to stop Mihawk full power. Prime Whitebeard. I don't think he beats him. Because it's swordplay. It's like, if he's gonna have observation hockey that can just like stop you from like fucking even seeing into the future, well, GG, good game, you lose. Shanks 98. I think it's fair. He clashed with Whitebeard once before, and shit happened. There's also something in the data book that says that when he's like hooked up to all his medicine, which he was hooked up to all his medicine, that he's as strong as he was when he was younger. But he's also he's like not trying to destroy the ship as well. So that's another thing. I think Shanks is probably above Kaido, most likely. I think people who glaze Kaido over Shanks is probably they just like Kaido's durability a little bit too much. It's like, yeah, but he's also stupid. And it's like, one argument that One Piece Talks said was that if Kaido was serious and was trying to kill everyone from the get-go, that he would be much like he'd be much higher or whatever. And I'm like, that's dumb. And then I think the example they use is like, oh well, if Shaq was disciplined and if he was disciplined and was actually like, but he wasn't. He didn't give a fuck. He was just pure raw power. That's it. It didn't fucking matter. Like it's a hypothetical that doesn't exist. So it's like, now I have to say, okay, so you're saying that about Kaido. So what about Shanks then? Shanks has shown better hockey and a better feat than Kaido. He didn't one-shot Kid. He should have just one-shotted all of them. But because of his character, because he is suicidal, because he doesn't like to just end fights, he wants to enjoy fighting, whereas Shanks probably just wants to get the fight over with, Shanks is probably going to beat Kaido for that same reason. Same thing with Mihawk. Mihawk will then scale himself up to Kaido, fight him at full power, and he's probably going to shit on him. That's most likely what's going to happen. So, probably wondering why I have these thingies in the back. So, I'm thinking to myself, why do people rank the Admirals so high? Why do you think the Admirals aren't trying their absolute hardest? It just doesn't make any sense. You could kick someone at the speed of light. So, you're telling me he's holding back? So, let's say he could do it 1 billion times the speed of light. Alright, fine. Because he doesn't want to destroy the planet. Right? So, why not just use enough power to fucking dodge Luffy's attack in Gear 5th? Oh, because he's thinking about how he killed Vegapunk and this and that, yada yada. No! That doesn't make any sense. He has no conflict with Luffy. He doesn't give a fuck about Luffy. He could have just dodged White Star Gun. Why get hit by that attack? And why lie? Why act? Why... Like, for the people saying he's acting, or he's lying, or he's not telling the truth, or he's not at full power, okay, how much is he using right now? You can't scale it. What, he's using 10% less power. Okay? That's still a lot of fucking power. If you're saying he's at like 50%, okay, now you see, that's disingenuous. He killed Vegapunk. He stopped Sanji. He kicked Sanji out of the goddamn way. Now, I do agree he should be landing these hits with his light beams when Vegapunk is running away. That doesn't make any sense. But to say he's not trying against Luffy doesn't make any sense. Luffy went in from base to gear 4th. Base to gear 4th. So he's 100% he's trying against gear 4 Luffy. That means Kizaru, as he is stronger than a gear 4 Luffy that could hurt a fucking Kaido. Do you comprehend that? Where do I put that Luffy? Honestly, if I had to put gear 4 Luffy anywhere, I'd probably put gear 4 Luffy like... Do I think he beats Kizaru? I think he beats Fuji with gear 4. I definitely don't think he's beating the Gorosei with gear 4. 100%. He's definitely not beating Akainu with gear 4 by itself. Even though I think he could, like, you know, clash with him in base. It's not good. You know something I was thinking about? Just because you can clash with somebody in base and then you power up and then... It's like, it just means that person just stacked himself up even higher. Granted, Kizaru's like probably the fastest one out of the 3 OG admirals, maybe. But in Snake Man, Kizaru was having the time of his life. He blitzed a Snake Man Gear 4 Luffy with prep, and Luffy could not react. He couldn't dodge it, which blows my mind. But that's what he did. So to say that this Kizaru is not going all out, I think he's trying. I think he's not trying to kill Vegapunk, but I do think he's trying to like dodge Luffy's attacks and all these things. He just gets blitzed back. In Gear 5, we can obviously, in Gear 5, he's much faster than Gear 4 Snake Man. 100%. Anyone who disagrees with that doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. But Gear 5 puts Luffy at that, like, Blackbeard, Big Mom level. If I'm being completely honest. With Gear 5, he's on that Kaido level. The only reason why he's not above them is stamina issues. That's it. If he can fix his stamina and his hockey, I'll put him right there, 97, 98. I have to see what Shanks does against him. So that's why Luffy is where he is. I think it's reasonable. So essentially, my list, as it would look right now, Mihawk is number 1, Shanks is number 2. If Kaido's alive, which he's probably not, number 3. Big Mom number 4. Luffy number 5. Blackbeard number 6. Dragon number 7. Prime Garp is number 8. But it's Akainu that's number 8. Number 9, Aokiji, Gorosei they're all number 10. Until I see something that's crazier than anything I've ever seen before, then they're right now they're number 10 on my current list, if I had to say. So yes, the reason why I'm bringing up all these like little pictures here is because if you search up what you could do with light, the only thing I can think of is like mass manipulate light beams to like vaporize something. So you're telling me they couldn't vaporize Sabo or like anything? Like, I get that they're infighting and all this bullshit, but you're telling me that Kizaru couldn't vaporize Marco? He couldn't vaporize Marco. He couldn't kill Luffy underwater. Luffy ended up running away. Aokiji couldn't freeze them. Akainu couldn't kill Luffy. It's a lot of luck, RNG, and plot armor. Sure, fine if you want to go with that. But in reality, they weren't fast enough. That's the actual reality. They're not fast enough to kill that Luffy. Why? Because that Luffy is fucking being protected by everybody. So, it is what it is. So, my point is, if you want to argue that the admirals are holding back because of the place that they're in, you're disgusting. Because to say that Fuji cannot put a gravity blade have personal gravity manipulate, personal gravity manipulation, affect his own gravity, affect your gravity. What does that matter? Like, why do people act like meteors are like his main attack? No, you guys are uncreative as fuck. He can either make some hole or place trap you there. If his gravity's so fucking strong, he just be able boom, right there, done. You can't fucking move now. If he wants to do black gravity, fine. Sure. But to say that he cannot do none of these things because there's too many people around, like that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You're an admiral. You should be a skilled enough fighter to be able to fight and not kill everybody around you at the same time. You have no. So essentially, admirals have no control of their dope. They're not experts at their dope. They fucking suck at hockey. Like, bro, no, come on. They're really fucking good at hockey. They were able to stop what I forget what attack they stopped, to be honest. They stopped an attack, all three together. I forget what attack it was, but I do remember they put up their hands and created like this force field shit. But to say that they're not good enough to use their abilities at full power 100%, that's troll. To say that Kizaru's not going all out is kind of troll. Because it's like how much 5%? Oh man, 5% is really good. No, it's probably not gonna affect shit. Fuji going on is probably not gonna affect shit. He should have defeated Doflamingo. One tap him. That's it. Get it done. He should have brooked his ass. He's like, you're already cut. I already cut you. He didn't do that. He didn't do nothing. Green Bull pulled up by himself, got scared by Shanks. Luffy and Zoro and everybody was looking at this fucker like, man, we're gonna see how this plays out. Do you understand what it is to be that confident to look at another motherfucker fight and be like, man, we'll whoop his ass? That's a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence. To say Green Bull can't go all out as troll. It's fucking nature, my guy. He could use a grass sword and fucking vines and all this shit and grab you. Turn into a tree man and grab you. Like, he doesn't need to fucking destroy. Why does he need to destroy the whole fucking area around him to be stronger than somebody? That's not why Whitebeard is the strongest in the world. He's the strongest in the world because he fucking knows how to fight. He has hockey and he has a really good Delph fruit. But he knows how to fucking fight with said Delph fruit. That's the most important part. When he's fighting Akainu, he's making sure to restrain himself enough to not destroy the island. When he's fighting Blackbeard, he's restraining himself enough, even though he is angry, to not fucking destroy the island. So to say that means that he can't concentrate all his energy into one fist and just generate it through your body by itself. That's what he should be able to do, and just do full power. Like that if he wanted to. Same thing with the magma. I should be able to concentrate all my magma one hand and then just slice through your face. Same thing with ice. I should just be able to one hand touch you dead. That's it. It doesn't need to be like, oh, I have to freeze the whole island to defeat you. No, I have to freeze the whole ozone layer, the whole planet. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. What is that reasoning? That makes no sense why they would have to destroy the entire area to defeat one person. None of them need to do that. That means they suck if that's what they need to do. If I told you I had to fucking freeze an entire island to defeat you, you'd be like, that is the stupidest condition that's ever needed to be met. Especially by like someone like Aokiji, who froze like 3 days worth of ice in distance to another island. He could easily engulf an island in seconds. So it's not even a question of does he need to do this. Why the fuck would he need to? It doesn't make any sense. I'm done with this video. I've talked enough. It is what it fucking is. If you disagree, that's fine. Go right ahead. But any One Piece talks all these people, I'm gonna fucking send a link to someone who actually has some good reasoning. But to say that these admirals are not trying their best, it's not that they're a fraud. No, it's just that they're not fucking strong. They're not strong like what you think they are. That's it. It's just that simple. It's that simple. You don't need to destroy the entire area to prove that you're strong. That's horrible fucking logic. Naruto doesn't need to prove he's stronger than when he once was. We just know he is. Even though he fucking is rusty and shit, and he be getting kind of the most obvious fucking traps. We know he's stronger than when he once was. Baryon mode is so much stronger than anything Naruto has ever done. And yet it's the least destructive mode. Least destructive. So to say that makes no sense. To say that Goku needs to go all out and destroy the whole universe. No. He can concentrate all his energy into his fist and whoop your ass that way. Why blow up the universe when I can put all my energy into your body and fucking destroy you that way? That doesn't make any sense. You can use that argument for literally anybody. Unless your attacks are so fucking massively strong that it just ends up destroying the whole, like, planet. Fine. Like, then he has to destroy the whole planet. It is what it is. But these guys aren't that strong. I'm done. If you enjoyed the video, you already know what the fuck to do. Comment, like, subscribe. It's been your boy. Deuces. Goodbye.